the entire logic of rectification of errors along with suspense account covered under 10 minutes. Let's go. Anytime doubt solving on my Telegram chat. Find the link in the description. कोई भी doubt, कोई भी query, anytime. Moving on to the question. The trial balance of Rohit Sharma didn't tally. The accountant transferred the difference of rupees 3,350 to the credit of suspense account. The following errors were identified. Rectify these errors by passing journal entries and prepare suspense account. Suspense account में already एक credit है of 3350. So, go to the suspense account on the credit side. By difference in trial balance 3,350. It can have a debit balance also. जो भी साइड पे मिस्टेक हो दोनों हो सकता है. So be open minded about this. Then first transaction, rupees 6,200 written off from building as depreciation was not posted to the depreciation account. We will understand this in depth. First, what is the correct entry? Depreciation account debit to building account 6,200. Then what is the wrong entry? This was not posted to depreciation account. मतलब आपने कुछ डेबिट नहीं किया है बट आपने बिल्डिंग तो क्रेडिट किया है टू बिल्डिंग अकाउंट 6,200. दिस इज द रॉन्ग एंट्री. अभी रॉन्ग एंट्री को रिवर्स करो. बिल्डिंग अकाउंट 6,200 टू नथिंग. नाउ फोकस ऑन द रॉन्ग रिवर्स्ड एंड करेक्ट एंट्री. बिल्डिंग डेबिट, बिल्डिंग क्रेडिट, कट. सो द फाइनल एंट्री बिकम्स depreciation account debit to suspense account. ये गैप सस्पेंस फिल करेगा आपका बफर अकाउंट. लेट्स गो टू द जर्नल. ट्रांजैक्शन नंबर 1, depreciation account debit to suspense account. And now let's post this to the suspense account. Suspense is credited, so go to the suspense account credit side. By depreciation account, amount is 6,200. Transaction number 2, sales return book was undercast by rupees 100. मतलब बेसिकली सेल्स रिटर्न को बढ़ाना है. सेल्स रिटर्न यूजुअली डेबिट होता है बिकॉज इफ सेल्स इज क्रेडिट, सेल्स रिटर्न इज उल्टा. सेल्स रिटर्न अकाउंट डेबिट टू सस्पेंस अकाउंट, योर बफर अकाउंट, अमाउंट इज 100 बिकॉज सेल्स रिटर्न नीड्स टू बी फर्दर डेबिटेड. वी विल गो टू द सस्पेंस अकाउंट नाउ. बाय सेल्स रिटर्न अकाउंट 100. Third transaction. Amount owed by Hardik Pandya rupees 1,000 was written off as bad, but no other account was debited. Let's break this down now. What is the correct entry first? Bad debts account debit to Hardik Pandya account 1,000 each. Now, this was written off as bad, but no other account was debited. मतलब आपने कुछ डेबिट नहीं किया है, but आपने क्रेडिट किया है हार्दिक पांड्या अकाउंट at 1,000. This is the wrong entry. Now what is your ulta, wrong reversed? Hardik Pandya account debit to ... to nothing. Now Hardik Pandya debit, Hardik Pandya credit cancel हो गया. Therefore the final entry is bad debts account debit to suspense account, आपका buffer account. Let's go to the journal and pass this entry. Bad debts to suspense, and suspense is credited. So in the suspense account on the credit side. By bad debts account rupees 1,000. Next, purchases of rupees 3,050 from Virat were entered in the sales book, but Virat's personal account was rightly credited. अभी ये थोड़ा complicated transaction है. Let's break it down. आपका correct entry क्या है? Purchases from Virat, so purchase account debit to Virat 3,050. This was entered in the sales book. मतलब in the wrong entry आपने 2 sales credit किया है, but आपने विराट को भी क्रेडिट किया है. सो ... nothing. 2 sales 3,050 to Virat 3,050. What will be the wrong reversed entry? The ulta of this. So sales debit 3,050, Virat debit 3,050 to nothing. Now Virat debit, Virat credit gets cut. So आपका final entry होगा purchase account debit 3,050, sales account debit 3,050 to suspense account, the total of 3,050 plus 3,050, which is 6,100. Let's go to the journal now and pass this entry. Purchase debit, sales debit to suspense account. and suspense is again credited. So go to the credit of suspense account, by purchase, by sales, 3050 each. I hope you are following this. I hope you are with me. Transaction number 5. Sale of old computer for rupees 12,500 was credited to sales as rupees 1250. Let's focus on the correct entry first. Computer बेचा, पैसा आया, bank account debit to computer 12,500. This was credited to sales account as 1250. मतलब in the wrong entry. बैंक तो सही से आपने डेबिट किया है 12,500, बट टू कंप्यूटर के जगह पे यू हैव credited sales at 1250. Obviously this is a wrong entry. Now what is the wrong reversed entry? उल्टा sales 1250 to bank 12,500. बैंक डेबिट बैंक क्रेडिट कट हो गया. सो आपका एंट्री क्या हुआ? सेल्स अकाउंट डेबिट 1250 टू कंप्यूटर अकाउंट विच इज क्रेडिटेड 12,500. बट आपका जर्नल एंट्री तो टैली नहीं हो रहा है. सो द बैलेंसिंग फिगर विल गो टू सस्पेंस अकाउंट, आपका बफर, as 12,500 minus 1250, which is 11,250. Let's go to the journal and pass the entry. Sales account debit, suspense account debit to computer account. In this case, suspense account is being debited by how much? 11,250. So go to the debit side of suspense account to computer account, it will be 11,250. Basic posting rules that we've learned in the ledger. कोई confuse मत होना. Last, credit purchases from Yashasvi for rupees 2,300 were posted to the debit of Sarfaraz as rupees 3,200. Pehle again, let's do the correct entry. Credit purchases from Yashasvi means purchase account debit to Yashasvi account 2,300. Then these were posted to the debit of Sarfaraz account. So Sarfaraz account debit, purchase account to any which ways debit to nothing, because आपने एंट्री कंप्लीट ही नहीं की है. Purchase account will be debited with 2,300 only, but Sarfaraz will be debited with 3,200 as has been given in the question. This is the wrong entry. Now let's go to the wrong reversed entry. Ulta. Nothing to purchases account 2,300 and to Sarfaraz account 3,200. Purchase debit, purchase credit, cut. तो आपका एंट्री क्या हो गया? डेबिट तो अभी तक नहीं पता, बट टू यशस्वी अकाउंट 2,300, टू सरफराज अकाउंट 3,200. तो आपका डेबिट विल बी योर बफर, सस्पेंस अकाउंट 5,500 टोटल. Let's pass this entry in the journal. Suspense account debit to Yashasvi to Sarfaraz. And in this, suspense account is being debited. So go to the suspense account on the debit side. To Yashasvi 2,300, to Sarfaraz 3,200. Now that we are done with all transactions, let's take the totals of suspense account. But what do I see? Suspense account to tally ho gaya. This means that whenever suspense account tallies, all the errors that you would have made have been identified and now stand rectified. So I hope you followed rectification of errors with suspense account. Call me anytime, text me anytime for doubts. See you all.